We have three core hopes for this webinar today. And the first one is to tell a story. It's a wonderful story about Portland State University's 6-week journey leading up to, during, and after the virtual summit on equity and justice.
There was lots and lots of energy about needing to do something, needing to be serious, needing to show up differently. And we're a large, decentralized organization. It was going to be challenging to do that if we didn't come together, right, and dream together about our possibilities.
So there's the story of the Portland State University 900 plus person summit, but there's a pre-story and what made the journey to get to Portland.
The container already had a level of trust because all of the people that were contributing in the cohorts that Amri had already been engaging were present. And I think it's what allowed it to happen the way it did.
I was thinking back to our first meeting with the task forces, and I remember the first person to show up on that meeting was Elijah, a student who really wanted a change and really held us accountable, and how that grew and multiplied in people sharing their hopes as well as their skepticism about what's this appreciative inquiry.
A second real purpose is to very humbly honor and harness learnings as a facilitator team using appreciative inquiry for anti-racism.
The ability to speak clearly about what the environment was that they were living in and how they wanted that change. So that idea of looking at what would the preferred future look like.
Everybody has a piece of the puzzle, right? And so I think taking that, honoring what was in the ground, there was faith. We believe in humans. That's why we do this.
That you would represent my interests and I would represent your interests, even when I'm not present. So that is the deepest level of trust. Knowing that we were living in a broken space and that we were looking for a tectonic shift. And so I've begun to think about it as we need a triage for change.
Doing what you have to do to make sure that you hear those voices and seek them out if you're not hearing them, I think is one of the bigger lessons that I learned.
To examine what it would take really to use appreciative inquiry and other large group collaborative strength-based methodologies to dismantle racism, to really lean into that very heavy, hard, complex, urgently needed work.
The whole dynamic of eradicating or addressing racism at a systemic level just simply hadn't been done. And so Amri said it earlier, we haven't had a racial equity in the United States of America or in the world for a very, very never in the United States of America, okay?
We need new seeds. We're the planters. We get to do the harvest, and we have to have the patience to watch corn grow. But we have to believe that those seeds that we planted will go someplace as if they already exist. Come to the edge, she said. No, they said. Come to the edge, she said. No, they said. Come to the edge, she said. We are afraid, they said. Come to the edge, she said. They did. She pushed them, and they flew.